Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing another design time. If you're new here, this is a series I have where we just sit down, play with some nails and chit chat, and play with nail art. I've been thinking about changing the format of design time to where I'll do 5 different nails, kind of like press-ons. That way we get to just try new stuff and do different things. So with that, I'm super excited and let's get into it. Alright, the first nail we're gonna do is this stiletto one. What I want to do is, I got this blooming gel from a cart and I've heard like a ton of really cool things about it. So I do want to try to do like a tie-dye look. Okay, so I'm gonna try to like do it with these two colors. I feel like they would make a good like tie-dye. So I have Shortcake, and this is from the Femi Beauty collection. And then this is Scarlet, which is like a bright red. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is like a layer of just this. All right, and I'll cure that. So I think we just do a layer of the blooming gel. I'm not entirely sure how much you're supposed to put on, but we will see. And then while that's still wet, I'll try to do like a... I don't know if that's exactly what I wanted. I might try to do that again. Okay, I wiped that off. I don't think that turned out how I wanted it. So I'm gonna try it again. Okay, that's turning out cool. I kind of want to try to add another color, maybe? Okay, that looks a little bit more like what I had in mind. The way it just kind of like spreads, I think is really cool. I'm gonna cure that real quick. Okay, and I think I'm just gonna top coat that because I really like how that turned out. Okay, here's the first one. It's just really simple. I really just wanted to try out that blooming gel just to see what it does. I think that has like a great potential to just like have some really cool marble or tie-dye designs. This to me kind of just looks like a frosted cake. But yeah, I think that's just a really cool product and I'm excited to use it. Alright, so this next one, you can see it's upside down. I recently saw someone, I can't remember where I saw it, but I saw someone make a custom polygel by putting gel polish into a polygel that they already had. I think that's a really cool idea and I do want to try that. So I do have all of my gel polishes here. Yeah, so what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a blue color changing polygel and a red polygel and kind of mix it into a base of clear, and then try to make a color changing purple polygel. All right, so I have my palette and I'm gonna be using this spatula to mix with. So I think first we'll squeeze out a good bit of clear. And then I think this red is strong, so I only want like a tiny amount of it. I think that should be good. If anything, that might be a little too much. Then I want to get a decent glob of this. I think that should be good. And that made a cool purple. I'm really happy about that. I think obviously because there's gel in there, it's a little more stickier than normal, but it still kind of has a consistency of polygel. So now I'm gonna try to scrape it into here. Okay, I think that should be good. Okay, and then I'm just gonna use another brush and some alcohol to kind of spread that around. Yeah, it's definitely stickier, but it moves around very easily, I will say that. Okay, I don't think I made enough, so I kind of just made some more and scooped that in. So we're gonna spread that down. And it almost has like a texture of like, I would say gum. Like it's weird. And the one thing I am kind of worried about is it's very opaque. Like that is super pigmented. So I want to know if it causes any problems with curing. And look at that. When I pulled it out of the lamp, it turned from that purple to this like kind of hot pink. I'm gonna wipe it off with some alcohol and then we'll turn it over to kind of see what it looks like. Because the alcohol is cold, it has already started to change back. That is the coolest thing ever. Yeah, I might need to like seriously consider making like custom color changing polygels. I'm obsessed with that. And the fact that you can like, it's doing it fast too. Like you can like almost watch it. So I'm gonna clean up the edges a little bit with a file. All right, and as it's changing back to purple, I'm gonna also top coat this one as well. I'm gonna do a shiny top coat on this one. And I think, like, the one issue you might run into this is if you're doing a color changing one, you might not know like what color you'll get after it's mixed. Like when it heats up, you don't know what it'll change into, if that made any sense. But I will say it is a really cool concept, and yeah, I definitely will probably do this in the future. So, you know, I'll show you, I'll try to do a little side by side where here it is, you know, before it's gone in the lamp and it's fully purple. And here it is kind of in this like hot pink. Yeah, this is definitely a super cool like just trick, and I might have to just do this with a set in the future. All right, so this next nail that I want to do is like a really chunky charm covered nail. I never really use chunky charms, but I have a couple, and I have some really big gems as well. Okay, I'm thinking of using this blue. I haven't used it in a while. So we'll just do a really simple base, and then we'll kind of just attach our charms as if we were doing like our nails. All right, so I painted and top coated that like normal. And then I'm gonna try this Macart rhinestone glue, and we're just gonna glue on gems, charms, and just make it really big and chunky. So I think the first thing I'm gonna do is these are like probably the bigger two charms I have is these two. So I'm going to squeeze this out. That. I think put this there. And then squeeze that there. Put that on there like that. I need to flash cure these really quick so they don't move. Okay, and then I have some smaller gems and crystals that I'm gonna kind of like squeeze around in here. One thing about this is it's very like stretchy. You gotta kind of be careful because if you get it on another charm, it can cause some problems. And we're just gonna stick some gems kind of under here. Okay, I think I'm gonna cure that. That turned out super blinged out. All right, the last thing I'm gonna do is just try to top coat some of these under parts just to make sure that, you know, we've sealed in as much as we can. And we'll cure that for one last time. All right, and here is this nail, which frankly doesn't really look like a nail. But yeah, I never do chunky charms or anything like this. So just kind of like branching out is always fun, and just to see what I can kind of do. I thought the gems on the butterfly was a really cool idea. And if you can't tell, these hearts do change color to pink under, I think it's heat. So yeah, this was just something different, and I like how it turned out. Okay, so the next one I want to do has to do with 3D art. It's been a while since we've done some 3D art on here, and I have been thinking to do like a squid nail. You know, the whole theme of the channel is monsters, so why not create one that just directly correlates? So what I think I'm gonna use is this Vetsi solid nail glue. It's really easy to kind of like mold into shape. And so I think we'll do kind of like a head and then some tentacles going down. But I do need a base color, so I'm gonna start that. And I think just for the ocean, we'll use this kind of jelly blue. Okay, and we'll cure that. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is we have to make kind of the head of the squid. So I'm gonna take some clear polygel, maybe about that much, because I'm gonna kind of flatten it out a little. And then just with some alcohol, we will go ahead and put that into shape. And you know, squids are kind of blob-like. It doesn't have to be like a perfect, like, I don't know, squid shape. Not entirely sure what shape that would be. Okay, I think that's good. I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. All right, and I'm gonna just maybe shape it a little bit just to make it a bit smoother. Okay, so now I can take the solid nail glue and we're gonna kind of sculpt out a couple tentacles and then I think some eyes. And now it is not recommended to touch this, but I don't have any issues with it. Oh, hello. It is sticking to that, however. Okay, so I'm just gonna roll out like a tentacle shape. I think that should be good. So we can pull that up and then okay, so there's one. Oh, sorry. So there's one. And I think I have enough to do another one. So the one thing about the nail glue is it, you know, it's definitely less sticky, but if it sits somewhere for a second, it will stick to it. I find that just adding a bit of alcohol fixes that. So just in case you run into that problem. Okay, there is like two. It is kind of looking a bit more like a jellyfish. That might just be due to the color. But if we end up making a jellyfish, we end up making a jellyfish. Okay, I know that looks kind of crazy because it's all clear, but I think I have everything where I want it, and I'm gonna go ahead and cure that. All right, and then I think like, whether it's a jellyfish or an octopus, we'll just call it a sea creature. I think it should have little googly eyes, so I'm gonna try to make that, just to make it a little like cartoonish and fun. I think that looks really funny. So I'm gonna cure that as well. All right, so now we can start kind of painting our little sea creature. And I'm thinking like of using this kind of red color. I feel like if it was an octopus, it would be that color. Can't they change colors? Or is that squids? I don't know. But I'm gonna pour some onto the palette here. Now we can kind of start painting him. I think octopi, I think they also change color, like squids. Okay, that looks kind of crazy, but it kind of works. So I'm confused, but I'm gonna cure that really quickly. Okay, I don't know if I love this or hate this. It's like kind of cartoonish, kind of freaky, weird alien. Maybe if I paint the eyes, it'll get better. But yeah, this, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm sorry, that is so funny. Oh my god. I'm gonna cure that. Okay, I think to make it a little less, I don't know, weird, I'm gonna add a little, like, smile to it. Gosh, that is just the funniest thing. I think that helps. It's a little harder to see because of the dark color, but I think it helps. I'm gonna cure that and then we'll top coat it. Oh my god. Okay, this is probably like the funniest thing I've ever made. I don't even know what to do with it. I don't think I've ever made a nail that I would describe as cursed, but I think this is like cursed. This is hilarious. I don't know what happened between the image in my brain and to what happened here. But here we are. Yeah, so a weird cartoon squid thing. I don't know. But yeah, we're gonna move on. Alright, and so I think the last nail I want to do is, we tried 3D art. Look how that turned out. So let's try 2D art. I want to do like a black and white kind of design, like geometric shapes, just to, you know, practice my lines, my gel art. So I'm going to do it on this nail, and I think I'm going to start with a white base. Okay, perfect. Okay, so from here, I have my really tiny liner brush, and I'm just gonna try to do some like cool geometric, kind of artsy looking patterns, and see how those go. Okay, that is more like what I had in mind. So that translated a lot better than the last nail. I think gel art always looks better under a matte top coat, so I'm gonna do that. Okay, so the top coat did smear the black. I guess that sometimes happens if it wasn't cured fully. I still think the design is cool, and having a set of that would be like really awesome. So that's the 5th nail. I guess we'll do a side-by-side comparison and finish up. All right, so we tried the blooming gel today with our kind of tie-dye looking nail. We made a custom poly gel that changes color. We have our super chunky nail, and then we have our 3D art and our 2D art nail. This was super fun. I really liked this kind of format of doing the 5 different nails. But yeah, I think my favorite is gonna be this nail. This was one, it looks good. Like, it's a nail that I would wear, and it's and the concept itself was just really cool. So yeah. All right, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I had a ton of fun doing these designs, and I think I'm gonna stick with this format of just, you know, trying 5 different nails and seeing what we can do. I think it's super fun, and I really enjoyed it. If you like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.